The Weedsman Podcast.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The name your price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
As a professional painter, you know your customers want a flat finish, but don't want to pay the price of fighting dirt, grime, and scuffs. Use new Bare Ultra Scuff Defense from the Home Depot for a beautiful flat finish, plus stain and scuff defense. And that price starts at just $29.60 a gallon. And that's before the Pro Extra discount. A flat paint that's too tough to scuff. Bare Ultra Scuff Defense. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Available online and in select stores.
ChristopherMedia.net.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Oh, a little weed, you know.
It's the Weedsman Podcast Nugget.
Zippity what?
Ready to drop the bass? Let's drop the bass.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean?
All the random stuff that didn't fit in Friday's show, you'll find here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man. You got a joint?
A little bit of refly smell on your boy?
What that mean?
Please, just give me my weed, all right?
Did you like Garfield as a kid?
Yes.
I know, I loved Garfield.
Dude, I'd like books. Like, you get them from the book order. It was essentially just the collection
Scholastic
of
Bookshop.
Yeah. It was just essentially a collection of all the strips that he's published.
Right. Yeah, I had a ton of those too. I would read them over and over again. And looking at them now, I'm like, what did I get out of this? There's no jokes. Like, the jokes are all they're all conceptual. You know, this guy lives alone and has a fat cat and a stupid dog. And his fat cat's kind of a jerk and he likes lasagna.
Yeah.
And sometimes the cute cat comes around.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, you probably realize John is gay.
No, he was always hitting on the vet, remember?
Oh, that's right. You know that she showed up when the Saturday morning cartoon showed up. Because I don't recall that vet being in the strips.
Well, I'm not debating your timeline, but I do know that I've seen the doctor in the strips. She may have been introduced in the cartoon, but I definitely know that I've seen comic strips with him talking to the doctor. Because there's actually a famous one where there was a rather scandalous Garfield strip where...
Oh, did he meet to her?
No, what's Garfield's owner's name?
John,
John Arbuckle, yeah. So John goes to the vet. I think he's got Odie there. And there is some joke, there's the classic joke of the fluid sample, right? That's left out somewhere in a doctor's office, and of course somebody's going to drink it on accident.
Yes.
And so whatever the setup for this joke was, that's what happened in this strip. John was thirsty or he's probably nervous because he was, trying to hit on the doctor. And he grabbed a cup of something that was just sitting out at the vet's and slugged it back. And the doctor was like that. He immediately, of course, finds out it's not water, doesn't know what it is. And the doctor doesn't tell him what it is, but says jokingly that he may be giving birth to a litter of puppies in the near future. And so everyone interpreted the strip as John Arbuckle drinking dog semen.
Oh!
Right?
Gross!
Which Jim Davis claims that was not the case. That
he's like, come on, it's supposed to be dog piss.
No, it was supposed to be some sort of protein drink that...
yeah, I got your protein drink.
Well, he claims that he lived on a farm. Well, I don't know that he claims that. I think that can be proven. He grew up on a farm, and there was this protein drink that they would give to animals that they were going to mate in order to, make them more fertile or whatever, or increase their sperm count or something like that. If you're going to take your bowl out to stud, you're going to make sure that, that it's producing a lot of semen, I imagine. So they probably, give them a bunch of protein, maybe some bananas for taste. So he was saying that he was assuming there was something similar for dogs, and that's what that thing was supposed to be, with some sort of protein drink. But that doesn't really exist as far as I know. I mean, maybe it does. But to expect your average reader to get that, I think most people, I would have assumed that they were talking about dog semen.
Yeah, gross.
There's also have you seen Garfield minus Garfield?
How's that work? Did he finally die?
This
cat would have had diabetes and died a long time ago.
Right? I don't know if there's like a setup around it, but it's literally just Garfield strips with Garfield and all of Garfield's word balloons removed.
So, did the internet do this?
Oh yeah, you can look at them actually. If you look at Garfield minus Garfield, you can see the strips themselves.
I'll look it up on my phone.
Here's a recent one. John Arbuckle is saying to himself, or really nobody, because there's nobody else in the panel. He says with his finger up in the air like he's making a point. Quote, "Live, laugh, love. Words to live by." And then the last panel is just him looking kind of upset and saying nothing, which I'd say is what, I mean, I don't know what Garfield said in that strip.
Yeah, looking at these are weird.
But I guarantee you it's funnier without them.
Yeah,
I mean, some of them are just weird and a little unsettling. Some of them, actually, you get a better joke. Here's John. He's got a bunch of candy bars spread out in front of him for some reason. He's got one in his hand, and he says, "I think I should probably go grocery shopping." And then he pauses and looks at all the bars again, and then continues eating his candy bar that it's in his hand.
These are very surreal.
Yeah.
Like there's one with 2 blank green squares, and then the third is with him with his head in his hand saying, "I don't think I can take anymore." It's like the next one is going to be like him, hanging himself.
Right. Yeah, they're rather depressing. This one, John's sitting there saying, I've done things in my life that I regret. And then there's just 2 panels of him just sitting there doing nothing.
So first one says, Tim saying times change, and then the next 2 panels are just him.
Yeah, and nothing changes.
Yeah.
Right? I'm bored. Pause. Maybe I'll buy a monkey.
Yeah, this is maybe even a little off-putting, some of these.
Kind of stonery, too. Here's actually a total stoner one for you. John's just sitting there doing nothing, and then he puts his finger to his mouth like he's thinking about something, and then says with eyes wide open like he's, discovered something. He says, "How come you can't taste your tongue?"
Yeah. That is very stonery.
Like, these are kind of perfect for the lockdown era. Here's one, like, John's just looking rather shocked, all alone in 2 panels. And then the final one, he says, "I dread tomorrow."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Some of these take a turn for the macabre.
"I'm going on an imaginary date tonight," he says, wearing a plaid jacket and a bow tie. And then it's just 2 panels of absolutely nothing. I tried to find the final Garfield strips.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net. ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
So it's over?
But
what?
Well, I'm confused about it because I had heard that he had ended it and that it basically deconstructed itself.
What?
Like Garfield just deconstructed into basic shapes. You know, some orange blobs and some black triangles and some white orbs. It was like Cubist Garfield. But I think the most amazing thing about Garfield is that it was so simple and really about nothing and was everywhere for decades.
And he was a jerk.
But think about all the marketing when we were kids.
Oh, the God damn it, with the suction cups on everybody's car.
Yes, because that was one of the repeated Garfield jokes. Was Garfield gets stuck on the screen? You know, he decides to go after a bird or something, and his claws get stuck in the screen, and he'd just be stuck there, spread eagle. And so somebody came up with the genius idea of just putting some suction cups on a Garfield plush, and you could put it wherever, and people attached them to their car windows, and you saw them all over the place. It was during the baby on board era of applying things with suction cups to our inside of our car windows.
You know, some of those are I've seen some versions of the baby on board shit recently.
Right. It doesn't. I think Carlin has a bit about those.
Yeah. Asshole at the wheel. That's how it ends.
Yeah, that's right.
And the new one is the fucking stick figures.
Oh, fuck the stick figures.
That's great. You didn't use a condom a bunch of times.
Right.
You also have a dog.
The stick figures, and then they have to dress up the stick figures.
Yeah.
So that they can show their interest. Like, we're a Star Wars family. Oh, you're a family that likes one of the most popular movies in American cinema? Wow. Well, we have so much in common.
This can't be... According to Reddit, Garfield's last comic strip was just him sleeping.
See, I had heard it was still going, that he still does, like, outlines and hands it off to his team, as most of these, you know, bigger comic strips are produced these days, or really going back probably through the history of them. You know, I'm sure there's, I don't know. What was I saying? No, I don't know if it's done or not.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. No, this is just Reddit being an asshole. The first panel is, just, how it, him under his blanket, right?
Right.
Him in his box under his blanket with some Z's. The second panel is him under his blanket with some Z's. And the third panel is just him under his blanket. The Z's have gone away.
Oh my God, he died?
Well, no, this is just Reddit being an asshole. This was not the last Garfield comic strip.
They just erased the Z's.
Yes.
Garfield has sleep apnea. Yeah, there was a Garfield restaurant that was opened up in 2018.
Why?
It was called Garfield Eats, all one word, and opened up in Dubai. This is on the Wikipedia page for Garfield. The restaurant has been...
No, go ahead.
The restaurant has been described by its founder and chief Entergage officer, Nathan Masri, as a, quote, quick mobile restaurant. Masri claims that the restaurant is entergaging, a portmanteau of the words entertaining and engaging.
Do they specialize in lasagna?
Customers order food through the official mobile app, which also contains games and allows users to purchase episodes of Garfield and Friends. The restaurant serves lasagna, yes, Garfield-shaped pizza, Garfuccinos, which they do not describe, but I can only imagine is a coffee drink, yeah, and Garfield-shaped dark chocolate bars. The second location opened up in Toronto in 2009. Oh, I could actually go to this one possibly someday.
When we're allowed to go to Canada again.
Right.
Which, by the way, not only is Garfield still going on, as soon as this goddamn dialogue box goes away, it's still going on like a motherfucker. Viacom CBS bought Paws Incorporated, which I guess is Jim Davis's deal.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Including the rights to the Garfield franchise. This was in 2019. Jim Davis will continue to make comics, and the new Garfield animated series is in production for Viacom or for Nickelodeon. So yeah, Garfield, 42 years old, not dead of diabetes. Normal's still a kitten.
I had a Pookie stuffed animal.
I didn't even know they made that.
Yeah, it was his. That was Garfield's stuffed animal bear.
Like Rory's got her dog.
Yep.
She still has that thing, man.
she carries around a little stuffed dog.
Yeah, remember she jacked it from Izzy like years ago.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. It was Izzy's, and she just like found it one day. It was like, well,
mine now.
Yep.
And I know she still because neither of us move it, and it moves.
Yeah.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way, and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with a medium extra charged coffee from Dunkin' for $2 with 20% more caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.